How much do you really need to invest every month to become a millionaire? $5,000 a month? $3,000? $2,000? Try $500 a month for 30 years at around a 10% average annual return. That gets you to just over $1.1 million. That's it, $500 a month. But here's the problem. Most people never get there, not because they can't afford $500 a month, but because they don't have a system. They skip the foundation, they chase the hype, they panic sell during market crashes. For the next few minutes, I'm giving you the 3-level system that actually works. Level 1 is your indestructible foundation. Level 2 is your personalized strategy. And level 3 is your calculated risk edge. Whether you're starting with $100 a month, $500, or $5,000, this system scales. It works in bull markets, bear markets, and everything in between. But before we climb, let's make sure you're ready to build. There are 3 things you need before investing a single dollar. These are non-negotiables. First, positive cash flow. You're spending less than you earn. Investing surplus money, never borrowed money. Second, zero high-interest debt. If you're paying 18 to 20% interest on credit cards, you're bleeding wealth. Pay it off first. It's the best guaranteed return you'll ever get. And third, an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses in cash. That's your safety net. You need this. It keeps you from panic selling when life gets hard. If you passed all 3, excellent. You're ready to build wealth. If not, stay with me anyway. You'll learn exactly what to prioritize first. Level 1 is where 90% of your wealth will come from. Not from stock picking, not from crypto, not from timing the market, from building a foundation that can survive anything the market throws at you. Here's exactly how to do it. First, choose the right account type. If your goal is retirement, open a Roth IRA. It's powerful because it grows tax-free forever. You contribute after-tax dollars now, and you never pay taxes on the gains, not even when you're 65. Not ever. But if you want flexibility, maybe you'll need the money in 10 years for a house or business. Use a taxable brokerage account. No age restrictions, no penalties, full access whenever you need it. Pick one and open it this week. Here are a few I use and love. Next, own the entire market with ETFs, exchange-traded funds. Think of it this way. Every dollar you invest hires thousands of companies to work for you. Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Home Depot, healthcare, energy, technology, everything automatically diversified with extremely low fees. You've got 3 simple options. Option 1, the total US market, VTI or ITOT. You own over 4,000 American companies, the entire US economy in one fund. Option 2, a US plus international mix, 70% VTI, the total US stock market, and 30% VXUS for global diversification. And then there's option 3, the total world stock market ETF, VT, which owns over 9,000 companies worldwide. Pick one. They all work. Don't overthink it. Now comes the step that separates wealth builders from everyone else, dollar cost averaging. This is where almost everyone fails. They try to time the market. They ask, should I wait for a crash? Or what if the stocks are too expensive right now? Here's the truth. You will never consistently time the market correctly. Not professionals, not gurus, nobody. So stop trying. Instead, invest the same amount every single month, no matter what. When the market crashes, you buy. When it's at all-time highs, you buy. When it's doing nothing, you still buy. This is dollar cost averaging. When prices are high, your money buys fewer shares. When prices drop, your money buys more shares at a discount. Over time, this smooths out volatility and builds massive wealth. I've been running my own version of this since 2016. Not perfectly, not always at $500 a month, but the same foundation, the same ETFs, and the same monthly rhythm. And that's what's built tens of thousands of dollars in my real life accounts. Let's take a second for me to show you the math. $500 per month for 30 years at 10% average annual return becomes just over $1.1 million. The total you contributed is about $180,000. Growth from compounding, roughly $950,000. That's the power of time in the market plus consistency. You're building a snowball, just keep rolling it. If you understand this, congratulations, you've mastered level 1 and you're already ahead of 90% of investors. But here's where it gets interesting. Level 2 is where you customize the system to fit you. Level 1 is universal. Everyone needs it. Level 2 is personal. This is where you tilt towards growth or income based on your age, goals, and risk tolerance. Let's explore both paths. If you're younger or you can handle volatility, add a growth ETF on top of your foundation. The best choices could be something like VGT, the Vanguard Information Technology ETF, or VUG, and SCHG or QQQM, which focus on large cap growth. These funds lean into companies like NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Apple, the engines of innovation. Analysts project around 14% annual growth for tech through 2030. But be ready for a roller coaster. Tech can drop 30% in a bear market, then surge 50% the next year. If you can handle that emotionally, the long-term payoff can be huge. Now, if you prefer stability or if you're close to retirement, go the dividend route. Top choices are SCHD, the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, yielding about 3.6% right now, and VIG, the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF. These funds own companies that pay you real cash every quarter and raise those payments over time. Think Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, Chevron, Home Depot. Boring? Sure. But boring and rich beats exciting and broke every time. Plus, remember, dividend income is taxed at lower rates, 0 to 20% for most investors. Here's a balanced example allocation: 60% VTI as your core foundation, 25% SCHD for income and stability, and 15% VGT for growth potential. Younger investors might tilt more toward growth, older investors might lean toward income. The key principle: foundation first, strategy second, and please don't do what I see all the time. 17 random stocks, 4 overlapping ETFs, and no idea what role anything plays in your portfolio. Have a plan. If you're still here, you're in the top 5%. Drop a comment right now and tell me which level you're starting at. Type in level 1, level 2, or level 3. But right now, we're going to talk about level 3, where you earn your edge. Level 3 is where investing gets personal and risky. This is where you research companies, place conviction bets, and test your analysis skills. But you do not start here. You earn level 3 by mastering levels 1 and 2 first. And then when you're ready, keep it small, 5 to 10% of new money at most. Here's how to hunt for quality individual stocks. I look for 2 things first: strong fundamentals, growing revenue, a healthy balance sheet, and a real competitive advantage. And second, a company that's temporarily out of favor. Companies that the market has overreacted to, but the business is still strong. Couple examples from my own portfolio. I invested in AMD earlier this year in April when the stock market crashed and AMD was way out of favor with investors. But the truth is, during this AI boom, this business is thriving. The stock was just on sale at the time. Or their Celsius energy drinks. It was written off as a meme stock. Then it 10x'd because the fundamentals were real. That's what I'm hunting: great businesses the market temporarily hates. Here's my free stock screener recipe. Go to finviz.com, completely free, and apply for these filters. Market cap greater than $5 billion to filter out risky penny stocks. EPS growth greater than 15% for strong profit growth. PE ratio below the sector average to signal potential value. Here are a couple sector averages you can compare. An RSI less than 40 to spot oversold opportunities. Hit search, do your homework, and hold your best ideas for 3 to 5 years. High conviction, high reward, high risk. Most investing guides stop there, but not this one. Level 4 is the bonus level, the speculative frontier. This is where you explore crypto, real estate, startups, or true high-risk plays. But keep it tiny, 1 to 3% of your portfolio. Treat it like concert ticket money. Fun, not foundational. If it 10x's, amazing. If it crashes, your real wealth stays safe. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support. If you enjoy these types of videos, please be sure to like and subscribe. Take care and check out this video right here, and I will see you in the next one.